We like the almost romantic notion of ghosts doing their haunting in older mansions. I typed ghosts and haunted homes UK in a Google search, and suitably grand names suddenly appeared. I've never been a religious person or person of faith. Ghosts and demons were entities watched in a film, and any talk or alleged evidence of either in the real world was generally nonsense, though I have tried to keep an open mind. My targeting is very real, starkly and darkly so, despite at least 3 psychiatrists persisting with the delusional label, and my delusions not relating to anything otherworldly, but my persecution from many people, and my evidence proves this, yet those shrinks have not bothered to watch my videos properly, or have typed gang stalking in a search box, saw that it's a conspiracy theory, and decided that's good enough for them, and so have deemed me as being nuts, or they too have joined dark forces with the police and entered into a Stasi pact which has impacted my life forever. Whichever the reason, I'm saddled with a mental health condition that I don't have. I'd prefer to believe it's just the standards in psychiatry dropping over the years. By the way, the reason I was coerced into seeing these alleged specialists in mental health is because the police used what are known as psychiatric reprisals, and the reason for their mental health referrals is because sadly they are colluding in the targeting to some degree, a 33rd degree possibly. The first referral began when I visited Peckham Police Station maybe in 2016 to ask whoever I saw to investigate what had caused me to be a pariah. That apparently was the catalyst, and the aim, I have suggested in other videos, is to get the MO to use against me at any time, namely a mental health diagnosis, which they got, by the way. The true fact is I am an outcast, pariah, leper, or any other word for being othered. That the police gaslighted my evidence of this fact and began using psychiatric reprisals would indicate their complicity in the targeting. People verbally abusing and making threats, stalking me, and other targeting truths is not all I have been subjected to since 2009. There's a surreal element which I became aware of some years ago, and I would not be aware of it without recording those parts of my targeting which prove my unwanted status. On realising my bike camera had tapped into this strange and surreal phenomenon, I have pondered whether it is connected with my targeting, or a warning from the other side, or classified technology in use now. I try to sleep away from the flat as often as I can because I see the flat as a torture chamber and will receive burning sensations during every sleep. It rained throughout the evening and night yesterday, so reluctantly I slept on my balcony bed, and last night those burning sensations continued as they always do when I sleep in the flat. I made some recordings with my old Sony bike camera because there were voices heard, and I felt sure some were disparaging, and for me. I've rearranged the original order of my recordings as I wonder whether you hear any human voices being abusive or saying anything that could be intended for me, though the loudness and quality varies, as is typical with my recordings.